So you've probably heard words like crypto, blockchain, or NFTs flying around. But here's the thing, it's all part of this bigger shift happening online, called Web3. My name is Daniel, and today we're diving into what Web3 actually is, what it means to be a Web3 developer, and how you can become one even if you're just starting out. I'll break it down in simple steps, cover what skills you need, how much you can make, and what your day-to-day might actually look like. Stick around, because this world's way bigger and cooler than just crypto coins and digital monkeys. Guys, make sure you check out all the useful links in the description after watching this video. There might be some nice discounts there. Let's jump right in. What is Web3? Alright guys, before we get into how to become a Web3 developer, let's make sure we're clear on what Web3 actually is. If Web 1 was just reading stuff online, and Web 2 is what we have now, social media, apps, all that, then Web 3 is the next step, a decentralized internet. Instead of big companies owning everything and controlling your data, Web 3 uses blockchain tech to give power back to the users. Think about it, folks. When you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're using their platform and playing by their rules. In Web 3, apps run on networks like Ethereum or Solana, and no single company owns them. That means more control for users, more privacy, and no middleman taking a cut. Plus, everything's way more transparent since blockchains are public and trackable. And no, Web3 isn't just crypto. It's dApps, DAOs, DeFi, NFTs, metaverse stuff. The whole deal. It's about building a user-owned internet. So when we talk about Web3 dev, we're talking about creating apps for this new version of the web. And trust me guys, it's a very different world from regular web development. What being a Web3 developer means. Alright guys, now that you get what Web3 is, let's talk about what being a Web3 developer actually looks like day to day. It's definitely not just regular coding with a bit of blockchain thrown in. You're building apps that talk to blockchains instead of the usual centralized servers. That means writing smart contracts that run on their own when certain things happen, no middleman needed, and creating user interfaces so people can actually use what you build. The interesting part, folks, is that Web3 development mixes backend and front-end work. Writing smart contracts is like back-end logic on the blockchain, but you also need a front-end so users can connect their wallets, sign transactions, and interact with your app. You might be coding in Solidity, testing for bugs that could cost real money, and building clean, responsive UIs all in one day. One big difference from regular web dev is how serious security is. In Web3, once your smart contract goes live, changing it is almost impossible, so you've really gotta make sure everything works before deploying. And since you're often handling real money, whether it's crypto, NFTs, or tokens, that adds another layer of responsibility. The space also moves insanely fast, my friends. New tools and updates come out all the time, so staying current is part of the job. But despite the challenges, it's super rewarding. You're helping shape the future of the internet, building stuff that could seriously change how we use tech and connect with each other. Prerequisites and educational background. Alright folks, before you jump into Web3 development, there are a few basics you should know. You don't need a computer science degree, but you do need a solid foundation. If you're already familiar with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you're off to a good start. And if not, don't worry. There are tons of resources out there to get you up to speed. You'll also want to understand general programming concepts like variables, functions, and how code flows. JavaScript is great for learning all that and for building the front end of Web3 apps. If you've dabbled in backend stuff like Node.js or know how APIs and databases work, that's going to help you see how blockchains are different. Now guys, here's where Web3 starts to stand out. You should get the basics of how blockchain works, stuff like blocks, ledgers, transactions, and why it's decentralized. You don't need to go deep into cryptography right away, but having some idea of public and private keys and how security is handled will definitely help as you move forward. You don't need a formal degree, my friends. A lot of great Web3 developers are self-taught or came from bootcamps. What really matters is staying curious, learning constantly, and being ready for how fast this space moves. And yeah, there are a bunch of courses and bootcamps out there focused on Web3 now. Just make sure to check them out properly before signing up. Most important of all, guys, is your mindset. This isn't just about building apps, it's about building secure systems that can't be changed once they're live. So you've got to be focused, careful, and ready to take on that kind of responsibility. Real quick before we move on, let me put you onto this little gadget I've been using called the Plod Node Pin. It's this lightweight AI voice recorder that you can wear around your neck clip to your shirt, or even wrap around your wrist. And it records everything completely hands-free. But here's the cool part. It doesn't just record audio, it actually uses AI to transcribe what you're saying and gives you a clear summary afterward. So whether you're in a meeting, class, or just talking through ideas while walking, it captures it all and helps you stay organized without lifting a finger. It's been a total game changer for me when I've got a bunch of thoughts running through my head or need to remember what was said in a conversation. And if you're someone who's constantly juggling tasks, taking calls, going to meetings, studying, or even just journaling ideas, it takes the pressure off trying to write everything down or remember it later. The summaries are quick, readable, and super helpful, especially when you need to review stuff fast. Plus, it supports multiple languages, and the audio quality is surprisingly good, even in noisy spots. Honestly, if your brain ever feels like a browser with 50 tabs open, this thing helps bring a bit of calm to the chaos. I'll drop the link in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks so much to Plod for supporting my channel. And now, back to the video. How to become a Web3 developer, a step-by-step guide. Now that we've covered the prerequisites, let's get into the actual steps to become a Web3 developer. I'm going to break this down into manageable chunks so you can progress at your own pace, folks. The first step is to master JavaScript if you haven't already. JavaScript is the foundation of web development, and it's essential for Web3 as well. You'll use it to build front-end interfaces and interact with smart contracts. Take time to really understand concepts like promises, async await, and the latest ES6+ features. There are great courses out there, but the best way to learn is by building small projects and getting your hands dirty with code. Once you're comfortable with JavaScript, get familiar with React.js or another modern front-end framework. Most dApps use React for their user interfaces, so being proficient with it will make your life much easier. Learn how to create components, manage state, and handle user interactions. Build a few simple web apps to practice these skills. Next up, my friends, is understanding blockchain fundamentals. Start with the basics of how blockchains work. Learn about different consensus mechanisms like proof of work and proof of stake. Understand the difference between public and private blockchains. And get familiar with key concepts like wallets, transactions, gas fees, and smart contracts. This theoretical knowledge is crucial before you start writing any blockchain code. Now it's time to pick a blockchain to focus on. Ethereum is still the most popular for development because of its mature ecosystem and tooling, but there are other options like Solana, Polkadot, or Near Protocol. I recommend starting with Ethereum because you'll find the most resources and community support. You can always branch out later. Once you've chosen your blockchain, learn its specific development language. For Ethereum, that's Solidity. For other chains, it might be Rust or another language. Spend time learning the syntax and unique features of the language. Solidity looks similar to JavaScript, but has many blockchain-specific features and security considerations you'll need to master. After getting the basics down, start building simple smart contracts. Begin with something basic like a token or a simple voting system. Use development environments like Hardhat or Truffle to make your life easier. These tools help with compiling, deploying, and testing smart contracts locally before you put anything on a real blockchain. Now comes an important part, guys. Connecting your smart contracts to a front-end. Learn how to use libraries like Ethers.js or Web3.js to allow your front-end to communicate with your smart contracts. Build a simple dApp that lets users interact with one of your contracts through a web interface. This step brings together everything you've learned so far. Security is absolutely critical in Web3, so make sure to study common vulnerabilities and best practices. Learn about reentrancy attacks, overflow, underflow issues, gas optimization, and other Web3-specific security concerns. Consider taking a specialized course on blockchain security. It's worth the investment. As you continue learning, start participating in the Web3 community, join Discord servers, attend virtual or in-person meetups, and follow key developers on Twitter or other platforms. The Web3 space moves incredibly fast, and staying connected to the community is the best way to keep up with new developments, tools, and best practices. Finally, my friends, build a portfolio of projects. Start with clones of existing dApps to practice your skills, then move on to creating your own unique applications. Document your work well and share it on GitHub. A strong portfolio is often more important than formal credentials in the Web3 space. Remember, becoming a Web3 developer is a journey. Don't expect to master everything overnight. Be patient with yourself, celebrate small wins, and keep pushing forward. The field is still young, which means there's plenty of opportunity for newcomers who are willing to put in the work. Demand and salary expectations. Alright folks, let's talk about something you're probably wondering. What the job market looks like for Web3 developers and how much money you can actually make. The demand right now is huge. There aren't nearly enough skilled developers to keep up with all the new projects popping up, and that's not changing anytime soon. It's not just crypto startups anymore either. Big companies in finance, healthcare, gaming, you name it, are jumping into blockchain and need people who know how to build with it. So the job options are pretty broad. Honestly, salaries, guys, they're some of the best in tech. Even junior developers can start around $80,000 to $120,000 in the US. With more experience, you're looking at $120,000 to $180,000. And top people can make $200,000 or more. If you're working on a hot project or no DeFi or scaling stuff, it can go even higher. Some places also pay you in tokens, which might be worth a lot if the project takes off. Remote work is super common too, my friends. A lot of teams are global, so it doesn't matter where you live, you can still get paid well. Freelancing is also big in this space. If you've got the skills and a good rep, you can charge $100 to $300 an hour. Just keep in mind that the crypto world has its ups and downs. In bull markets, everyone's hiring like crazy. In bear markets, some projects slow down or pause. The folks who do best long-term are the ones who keep learning and stay sharp, no matter what the market's doing. Overall, it's a really exciting career path with tons of potential if you're ready to grow with it. Final thoughts. Alright guys, if you've made it this far, you can probably tell that becoming a Web3 developer is no small thing, but it's totally doable if you're curious and ready to learn. It's not just about picking up new tools or coding languages. It's about joining a movement that's trying to reshape how the internet works, how people interact online, and who really owns digital stuff. There's a lot to learn, sure, but the payoff is huge. Whether it's the freedom to work from anywhere, the solid pay, or just being part of something that's still being built, you've got real opportunities here. And since the space moves so fast, there's always room for new voices and fresh ideas. So folks, if you're thinking of diving in, now's a great time. Start small, stay consistent, and don't be afraid to experiment. And hey, if you've got questions, thoughts, or you're already trying this out, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you're working on or what's tripping you up. Let's keep the conversation going. Feel free to check out the links in the description below. You might find some discounts there. As usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.